EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for October 27th, 2023. It is Friday, end of the work week. Finally, we made it. The Friday video forecast is proudly sponsored by McCall Collective Brewing. McCall is a family-owned and operated brewery with 2 locations in the Lehigh Valley. Their original Southside Allentown location is at 102 East Susquehanna Street, and their second location, McCall Collective Tap House in Trexlertown, is located at 7743 Hamilton Boulevard. Both locations are open 7 days a week and feature a full food menu, plenty of beer to choose from for both dine-in or takeout, along with local wine and cocktails. Wear your Halloween costume to either location between today and Halloween Tuesday, and you'll be entered into a raffle to win one of 3 different $50 gift cards. For more information about that and all of their upcoming events, please visit their Facebook page, or to place online orders, visit their website. McCall Collective Brewing, proud longtime sponsors of the Friday video forecast. So yesterday, we told you the end of the week was going to be, exceptionally warm, and we certainly had that yesterday. We had the majority of our major climate sites across the region either tie or break the record for October 26th, the record high. Okay, so it was very warm. Some areas got hit 80 degrees or even above 80 in a few cases. But most of us are in the upper 70s, but it was enough to break the record, the daily standing record for that area, for each location. There were a few that didn't quite make it, but came close. But most of them did break it. Now today, we're going to have a repeat of that, except I think that since the record highs are a little bit higher, it might be a little bit out of reach. You might have a few, but I don't think you're going to have as many areas that will reach that record. But Saturday has the next chance of having, something a little bit more, something that will give you a little bit more in the way of records falling, okay? Because the temperatures you see above me are very similar both days. 76 to 82 today, 76 to 83 Saturday. Not much difference. But because the record highs aren't quite as high on Saturday, I think you're going to have another day like yesterday where we had, smashed those records. We are not looking at precipitation through Saturday, okay? We have today just a morning clouds giving way to sun type deal, and then mostly sunny skies follow here for Saturday. Okay, so it's going to be a nice start to the weekend. High pressure, of course, is in control of our weather, which is a big high down here. Big return flow around that high pressure is giving us the warmer temperatures. And once we get to Saturday, moving us ahead to Saturday afternoon, this is about as far as this cold front moving at us will advance. Okay, it's going to dissipate after that point, but we still have that warm southwesterly flow out ahead of this frontal boundary, so we're expecting mostly sunny skies and very warm temperatures once again here on Saturday. If you get up further northwest, I don't expect any precipitation, but you might have a little bit of increase in clouds on Saturday in these areas and by Williamsport, northern areas. Now this frontal boundary is going to be very slow to move through the next couple of days, and that's because we have an existing ridge that's been here for about a week. Big ridge here. You can put a big high pressure right here because that's where it is, right? So that's that ridging that's been in place. You also have colder temperatures up here that are diving southeast, but are taking its time because it's running into this ridge that's sitting here. So it's going to be a slow move for this to move through it. It won't do so until finally we get to Monday before it finally pushes through, and the cold air is going to win out. So we move this ahead to Sunday. Moving along that boundary is one of these weak waves along that boundary that's not really stalled. It's very slowly creeping southeast, but because of that, we have an opportunity for showers here's Sunday morning, and that gets pretty far south. That actually gets to about the I-78 corridor, maybe a little bit below that, and all points northwest. But then mainly in the morning that you're going to be dealing with that on Sunday. In the afternoon, just remains mostly cloudy. It's mainly the northern areas they get into that because the boundary again is off to the northwest. So you could have some showers in our central and northeastern or northwestern areas here on Sunday. But probably not a lighter shower type thing, not an all-day washout or anything like that. Then when we get to Monday, I do think more areas are going to get involved in some of these showers as the front is finally pulled through the region, and that will come through on Monday night. Now the cold air is up here, is going to work its way through. We will have to watch a system on the lead of that trough. There's going to be a trough moving in, again, early next week. Here's that trough axis right like this, right? That's your jet stream. And there's all this cold air with that upper level low influence right there. But we have another area low pressure that's off on the southeastern periphery, around to the base of the trough and kind of kicking ahead of it that could develop for our southeastern areas. We're going to examine this next week because there's a couple models that show this in different ways. GFS is not one of them. It's progressive, keeps it offshore. But our southeastern areas here on the European model, we'd have to watch for some showers later Tuesday night. Not a real big deal, but we have to keep an eye on just in case. But we do have... and no snow. Don't start that nonsense yet. We do have some very cold temperatures moving in here for next week. This is going to be in that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame. of next week. We're going to flip the script from very warm, obviously above average temperatures this week, and then you have all these cold temperatures, colder, below average, well below average temperatures coming in here next week. And again, we could have some hard freezes. Hard freezes. Freezes, I think, are going to be likely in the interior by the time we get to at least Tuesday, maybe Monday night, if not Tuesday night. Tuesday night's probably going to be the coldest of that stretch, and that's going to continue at night for those couple days. So the growing season is just about over, very close to being over. Very warm temperatures next couple days, and it's replaced by the cold temperatures next week. So if you're not a fan of that, if you're not a fan of this late season warmth, it has a discernible time limit, that's for sure. Okay, and you're going to go from one extreme to the other next week, and obviously our first freezes that we'll be talking about a little bit better, and we'll talk about it a little bit more as we get into early next week with the next video forecast. Well, actually, we have one on Saturday, but we'll talk about it then too. But I think on Monday we'll have a better idea of exactly the areas that we'll see. Some freezing, sub-freezing temperatures, maybe some hard freezes. We'll identify that on Monday's video. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for October 27th, 2023. Have a great Friday.